Our top focus this morning, just 2 days before the G20 summit, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrived in Jakarta to attend the ASEAN India Summit and the 18th East Asia Summit.
Yes, Haim, it's a week of diplomacy all over the world, and Prime Minister Modi arrived at the Jakarta International Airport in the early hours of Thursday, where he was accorded a ceremonial welcome.
Now, Prime Minister Modi posted on social media platform X and said, looking forward to the ASEAN-related meetings to working with various leaders for making a better planet. And there we have visuals now coming in from Jakarta, where Prime Minister Modi, of course, as we mentioned, is there now to attend the 20th ASEAN India Summit and the 18th East Asia Summit. You can see the visuals on your screens right now. That's Prime Minister Modi in Jakarta. These are the live visuals that we're getting.
Absolutely, and a new maritime security initiative is on the table as the Indian Prime Minister will meet the bloc for the first time after elevating relations to comprehensive partnership level last year.
Right, it's a weekend of hectic parleys, and there you can see Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Jakarta, Indonesia. He's there for the 20th ASEAN India Summit, the 18th East Asia Summit as well. As Rahisha just mentioned earlier, it's a meeting that takes significance because of the maritime initiatives that will be discussed. Now, Prime Minister Modi also posted on the social media platform X saying that looking forward to the ASEAN-related meetings and working with various leaders for making a better planet.
Absolutely, Haim. And the Prime Minister Modi will also be participating in the ASEAN India Summit along with other heads of states and the governments of the ASEAN member states. Now, India is also expected to launch a new initiative on maritime security, like I mentioned before. And these are the live visuals coming in from Indonesian capital Jakarta, where the Indian Prime Minister is there for the 20th India-ASEAN Summit.
There you can see the Indian Prime Minister with President of Indonesia, Joko Widodo. The meeting set to begin shortly. We will, of course, be tracking all the developments here closely. We'll get you all the updates as and when they come in. Now, Prime Minister Modi also just a little bit of a brief here. He will participate in the ASEAN India Summit along with other heads of states, governments of the ASEAN member states, as Raisha just mentioned. And India is expected to launch a new initiative on maritime security with the ASEAN nations at the summit. And it will review also the progress of India-ASEAN relations and chart the future direction of cooperation.
And we can see how the Indian Prime Minister has received a grand welcome. These are live visuals coming in from the Indonesian capital, Jakarta, where the Indian Prime Minister has reached there for the India-ASEAN Summit. He will also be participating in the East Asia Summit as well. Now, the ASEAN Summit was followed by bilateral talks with the member states with external partners. East Asia Summit, on the other hand, will bring together ASEAN members and 8 dialogue partners. To name some: Australia, China, India, Japan, the Republic of Korea, New Zealand, Russia and the United States. And this is our top focus in World DNA at the moment, but we will come back on the story in a short while from now. For now, let's shift our focus to another big story that we are tracking on the show today.